individually. It's Kevin, my fourth opponent. Let's see if he'll be able to avoid the mistakes of, I don't even remember his name, the other one, the third one. And if he will be the one to finally stop me. Nope. Now that was not a particularly well executed maneuver. I was trying to do a slightly better flick, but I ended up just carrying it and then taking it around him on my landing. Like, it would be the kind of thing that you would do as an intentionally good play, but I wasn't doing it as an intentionally good play. I was just kind of making mistakes and going with the flow. Now he is going for this aerial commit, but he's not going to be able to pull it off. But it's not going to leave him too badly out of position because I was low on boost and I was unable to directly capitalize. I wasn't able to take it back to his side immediately. If I had been able to take it back to his side immediately, it would have been a free goal, essentially. But because I wasn't, because I had to 50-50 with him, that's what made it okay for him to be so far committed. Like, if I could have caught it, I would have been able to score, but I wasn't, so I wasn't. Okay, so he's going to be going for a flick here. Now, what he did was he flicked and then he tried to bump me. I knew that he was trying to bump me, so I double jumped rather than single jumping and going slower. Now there he was just able to sneak it around me because that's a super common play. You'll see, like, I have to anticipate the shot, but instead he bounces it off the post and then hits it in. And that works better for him. I would try to explain that if I knew what happened, but I don't. Sometimes kickoff things happen, and in ones, you just have to accept that. It really did look on my screen like he hit that ball. But, again, we don't complain when things go our way. That pop really shouldn't have worked. He should have been able to hit that ball. I should have popped it higher. And really, there's a lot of flicks. I think flicks are one of the most important. I'll finish that thought later, but that feels really bad. He deserved that goal. Like, I had a kickoff goal. He had it. He made one tiny mistake and he didn't get it. And that's the lesson of ones. If you make one tiny mistake, you might not get it. If you're looking to play ones, that's how it is for you. And that's why a lot of people do not play ones. I don't know why he didn't just flip with that, but he didn't, so. Another goal. Looks like we're going to be winning game 4, or at least we have a hefty lead in it. I'm really starting to worry about the file size of this for editing. See, that's where you don't want to do it, because I could have scored there. Now, I really should have scored there. I missed. I wasn't doing it to be nice. I just missed. But when he did that ceiling shot and he missed, he left the ball straight on the ground. I didn't have to do work to gain control of that ball. And that's the issue. Like, if I can easily gain control of the ball and I'm closer, like, if I have possession and the ball and you can't defend, that's what I mean. If I have possession and you can't defend, that's a goal in ones. So when you're aerialing, you have to always think about what happens if I miss this aerial. Will it be okay? Will he be able to gain possession? And if he gains possession, will I be able to get back? And now I'd like to talk about that goal in more detail. We'll roll the slow-mo because we'll roll the slow-mo and I'll explain in the editing. He didn't do a fantastic job defending it, but it would have been a good shot even if he had. Now that was an attempt at the same thing, except he was better positioned to make a block. When you see the ball bouncing straight down off the ceiling, catching it is really a good strategy. And he left, so that's a forfeit. That's game 4-1. And there it's like just being quick. Being quick, being willing to power slide. Power sliding is so huge. All of that helps a lot. I leveled up again. Nice. And now let's get ready for game 5 of the surprisingly long episode of Ones Till You Lose. DMT Goobs. My 5th opponent of the series. So far I'm 4-0. Wow, I really thought that was in. I was rushing to the side hoping I could make a miracle happen, and I wasn't going to be able to. But I tried anyway, and then it bounced out. So really I would have been better off just staying right, because if it was in, I wasn't going to be able to do anything about it, and if it was out, right was the place to be. And that's the kind of thing you need to learn to think about quickly. That play really ended when he got the boost. I shouldn't have been going for possession because I had no boost. I should have hit it hard, gone for the boost, and then dealt with the consequences. But that's not what I did, so ah well. So, that is a prime example of the kind of shot you should never go for in ones. Especially when you're like me and you've actually never hit a flip reset goal. A flip reset is not a thing you do in ones. Because when I dropped it, it was pretty much straight there for the pickup. And if he'd been on target, he would have had another goal. And that would have just strengthened his lead. I know I said that sometimes you have to do risky things when you're behind, but that kind of risk is really something that you should never be doing. Not when you're behind, not when... I mean, you can do it when you're ahead, if you're okay with maybe they score a goal. And we're not going to talk about that goal. I made some mistakes. I tried to catch that, I just didn't read it quite correctly. Now, I was trying to grab the boost so he couldn't, but instead it backfired. He was able to grab the boost so I couldn't. I'm not 100% sure how I got that demo, but I will absolutely capitalize. I put that off target, so I decided to let it be a fake, but then I wasn't able to, like, I missed, and then it worked as a fake, but then I missed again. I would say this could be the end, but I've already had a better comeback than this in this series, so. I got the demo and the boost. That's huge. That was just a missed flick opportunity, and then I pretty much just gave him the goal. But he didn't take it. He could be 4-0 ahead right now if we recall the 2 opportunities that he had to score. So a situation like that, I can't flick. The ball isn't on top of my car and I don't have enough space to get it there. What I realized was that I could sneak out in front of the ball and go for the demo, and that's a risky play because if I miss, he can almost certainly take it and score. But when you're behind, you sometimes do have to make risky plays, like I said, and that one paid off. Because especially when you practice demoing to the extent that I do, you get good at it. And also, can we get a demo counter for this game? Because I don't know how many I have, but I think it's quite a few. And it's 1 more. I'm not sure I've gotten an extermination in ones before. Would be fun to try. Although, maybe not in the 5th game of a Ones Till You Lose series. Whatever. I've only got 2 more goals to make up, and he is tilted. You know that because of that demo goal, he's pretty tilted. How do I know? Because every time someone gets demoed, they get tilted. Every time. It's just a fact of life. And maybe he'll type after the game, you only scored because of demos. You're so trash. I know I've seen it happen to me before. But demos take skill. It really, like, getting that stuff on target, it's high risk, high reward plays. And getting that stuff right, especially when people know how to dodge demos, is really, it's a task. Increment the demo counter. See, he learned. He learned to jump. And I didn't anticipate it because he didn't jump last time, and so I wasn't able to get the demo goal, and that cost me possession, which really cost me that goal. Like, I was able to make the clutch save, but I couldn't recover fast enough to save it again. And so really, like, if I hadn't gone for that demo goal, I probably wouldn't have gotten scored on. That's what I mean when I say high risk, high reward plays. And I'm probably not going to win this game, and it looks like this might be the end of our video. But it's been a good one. It's probably going to be a while long. 5 games. And I hope that everyone here learned something. I know I learned something. I learned that demoing people is fun, even in ones. Especially in ones. And I got a little bit more practice in ones, and honestly, sometimes that's really all you need. But it's possible that this game isn't even over. I could still win this game. And if you see a long time remaining in the video, you know that I won this game. You really want to see how it happens. But there's not. There's not a long time remaining in the video because I lose the game. But either way, it was a good video. 5 games. That's 4-1. I definitely ranked up quite a bit. I'm now Division 2 when I was Plat 2 Division 4 before. I got a bunch of demos. And he even said GG. He wasn't tilted about the demos, and honestly, I respect that. I respect you, DMT Goobs. And it has been a great video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.